Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very different, as you can see from the title. My friend suggested that I make this video because it's really interesting, so I thought, okay, let me just do it. So let's get on with the video. So we'll start from the very beginning, when we just moved into the place. I was 16 and I just finished my 10th board exam. That place just seemed perfect. We didn't even have to think twice before moving in. Everything just suited. I'll try to map out all the rooms.
As you enter through the door, it's a corridor, and on the left you see there's a bedroom with attached toilet. On the right is the living room and dining room combined with a kitchen and a balcony. And if you go further on the right, there are two rooms, two bedrooms. One is the master bedroom and with attached toilet, and the other is another bedroom with attached toilets. Also on the left side, when you enter, there is a door. It's just a way to the sewage pipes. It's pretty weird because sewage pipes are never inside the house.
That is important. It comes later in the story, so just keep that in mind. Now fast forward to the point when we moved in. So at this point everything settled. We were just getting sick a lot, and we started having this really weird problem with our stomach. We would occasionally get stomach pain and we would puke a lot. And maybe you can say it's because of the water of the place. You know, moving into a different place, the water doesn't suit you, probably because of that. But no, it's not because of that, because things get better later. Within a month of moving in, I had my first sleep paralysis. So what happened was, next to me on my left side, I could see a man standing. It was like he was watching me sleep and he's looking at me, and it was a dark figure. I just remember he had a really sinister smile, okay, and he just, I'm having goosebumps even talking about it. I just couldn't move. I just kept looking at that man and he kept smiling at me, and then suddenly I just woke up. When we moved in, the landlord had repainted everything, okay, and he even reconstructed the cabinets in the kitchen. So now after 2 months, suddenly one morning my mom sees that one of the cabinets at the bottom, which is just below the kitchen sink, has dry, dead plants, leaves growing from it, and also there was a black liquid at the bottom. Okay, now the thing is, we checked around. It's not that the sink was kind of leaking and there was dirty water falling. No, it was not water, it was thick, but we still don't know what it was. I had clicked the picture after we got the black liquid washed, cleaned, so you can still see the stains, but it's not there, the liquid is not there. But this thing happened again later, and this time those dry dead plants were there again, and instead of black liquid, it was kind of a reddish brownish liquid. And of course we washed it again, but we still don't know where do they come from and what it is. We just got them cleaned, that's it. Okay, so like I mentioned while explaining the design of the apartment, the living room and the dining room were attached. So on the left side there was also a sink. That sink would stink, and obviously it was not there when we initially moved in, not there when my parents came to visit the apartment for the first time. It just started later, within like 1 or 2 months of moving in, okay, and the stinking was more like something rotten, and it got to the point that that smell would persist all the time. Like even when we would have guests over, like it would become quite embarrassing, to be honest. So we would always like spray around like room fresheners and everything because it smelled terrible. No, it's not a common problem. Not everybody in the apartment faces it. We have asked others if they face any sewage problems, sewage issues. No, nothing at all. Till the moment that we left the apartment, that smell was there. Ever since I moved over there, I would get nightmares. I even remember there was a time I woke up screaming, but then I don't remember what it was. The moment I woke up, I forgot the dream or the nightmare, whatever it was, but I was screaming. It's scary. Like, I woke up screaming and my eyes were focused on one particular corner of the room. I woke up staring at that corner, and I would get nightmares on a regular basis. Not the kind of nightmares where you see yourself falling off a cliff or getting into an accident. Nothing of that sort. My nightmares were just seeing creatures, seeing scary stuff in general. Those were my nightmares, and it increased so much that I would have trouble sleeping. Within, I think, a year, I reached a point where I couldn't sleep at night. Even though my brother was in the same room while I slept, I would still be afraid to go to sleep, because surprisingly nothing happened to my brother. He would not get nightmares. So while we were staying there, we also got our pet rabbits. A thing about rabbits is that they don't make sound at all unless they are scared or they are extremely hurt. That's when they scream. It happened twice. We woke up to the sound of someone screaming. Someone as in a baby, a child. Trust me, a rabbit's scream is just like that. You can Google it. We would have let it go if that was the only incident, but a few days later it happened again. And from then on, we really made it a point to keep the lights on where the rabbits were there at night. And after that, it never really happened. Obviously, they must have seen something that scared them. They wouldn't scream just like that. Another fact about rabbits is that they tap their foot whenever they sense danger. You know, there was a point when I was alone at home, and I was, I think, doing exercise, and my rabbits were not in their cage. They were outside roaming about. I was lying down and I suddenly see that one of my rabbits comes and stands on top of my head, like not like literally on top, but like just over me. If I'm lying down, like she stands somewhere there, and she starts tapping a foot. Imagine you're alone at your home and your pet just senses there's something wrong, there's some danger around. That too over my head. I was shit scared. So one morning, it was probably a Sunday because I woke up late and I woke up on my own. I wake up and I see that the door was shut. It was not latched, but it was shut. I clearly remember waking up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom, which was again attached. So at that point, I remember seeing the door was open. And I went and asked my mom about it, and she said like no. And then I asked my dad about it. He said he did not. I don't really know what happened, but the door was shut completely. This again happened later once when my dad was out on an office trip, and me, my mom and my brother, we were sharing the room. This was much later, and at this point our grandfather was not staying with us, so it was just the three of us at home. So we wake up that morning and my mom and I both noticed that the door was shut, and we did not shut it. If it was the wind, the door wouldn't just be shut. It would have moved, yes, but it can't just shut on its own. When I mean shut, I mean this. I would keep the door like this, not completely open, not completely closed, but that morning it was not like this, but it was like this. I had to pull the handle down to open it. Something else that we had noticed was the bedrooms would just suddenly in the middle of the day would get misty, like there was smoke, but obviously there was no smell of smoke and no source of smoke. Initially we thought maybe people outside are burning dry leaves. We even opened the windows to look around. Nobody was burning anything. That's point number one. Point number two, either way the windows are shut. I have taken a video. It's not that clear in the video, but I mean if you see the video slightly blur, it's not because of the camera, it's because of the mist or smoke or whatever that was. It just got so common. It would be there all the time that we just never really bothered. Another thing about the place is that we would often hear sound. We could hear the sounds only from one room, the master bedroom. So the wall at the extreme end of the master bedroom faced either outside the building, like open space, or the common space, maybe like a staircase area. I'm not too sure, it's a bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure it did not face any other apartment. Okay, it did not, there wasn't a common wall between two apartments. It was the sound of, somebody grinding stuff, like, the traditional way of grinding Indian spices instead of using a modern day mixer. Initially we thought that somebody was indeed grinding spices, but although it made no sense because there was nothing on that side of the wall, no home, but that's what we assumed. But then the sound would just happen anytime, morning, afternoon, evening, night, like randomly, anytime. I don't think people grind spices all the time, like even at the middle of the night. It doesn't make sense. Also from the same room, my mother has heard the sound of an old fan. All the fans in the apartment were modern and nothing was old and nothing was switched on, but she would still hear the sound. All of us would just fight all the time, and all of us were in terrible mood all the time, and I would fight with my parents would fight with me, my parents would fight with each other. Everyone's just fighting in the house, it's very unhealthy, and we were never that kind of a family who would just fight all the time.
Hey everyone, while editing the video I realized that it is super long, so I'm going to upload it in 2 parts. Make sure to watch the second part for even more scary details about the house and my experiences.
I would sleep during the day and I would stay awake at night. So I would actually keep a holy book under my pillow to sleep. It had red eyes. I remember what it looked like. Like it was sitting on my chest and it had its hands around my neck trying to choke me, and trust me, I felt like I was choking. That shouldn't really leave a mark on my skin for 3 weeks, and out of nowhere I just happened to pierce the sharp object into my skin, like over here.